What is going on, buddy? Welcome back to All Things Film. Today I'm here to talk about Heath and The Walking Dead, and Robert Kirkman and Scott and Gimple have confirmed that Heath will come back, and I want to discuss these interviews and see what they said. And I'm also going to discuss how he could return and his role in The Walking Dead, possibly Season 9. So let's get down to it, starting off with Robert Kirkman. At a panel he had at the Comic-Con, it wasn't the official Walking Dead panel, he had his own panel, and fans were asking him questions about all of his comics and stuff, and a fan asked him a question about Heath, and asked as the show forgot about Heath. And then this is what he had to say. He said, Corey Hawkins, who played Heath, very great actor, got busy on a lot of things, had different things happening, and that's what happens in the world. And then he went on to say, and so I wouldn't want to spoil things. Like, it's entirely possible that he could be coming back at some point, but we'll see. We have not forgotten Heath, and everybody will remember that character when he comes back. And then Scott and Gimple. Now, Scott and Gimple said this a while back. This was in September. I've actually never read this. I don't know how I missed this. But he said, we definitely have not seen the last of Heath, period. I will say that. I don't mean to disappoint the Heathies. He will be on the show. He will be within The Walking Dead again. Now, that is pretty exciting because he's the... You know, I know Gimple gets a lot of hate for his Walking Dead, like what he does in The Walking Dead, but he is kind of like the chief content officer for all things Walking Dead. So when he says stuff, you know, I do believe it. You know, I'm believing that Heath will come back, and Robert Kirkman said it. And if they just leave Heath as a cliffhanger, or not a cliffhanger, but like a plot hole for the rest of The Walking Dead, that'll be a bit ridiculous. But let's talk about how he could come back, because the last time we saw Heath was in Season 7, Episode 6, the episode that everybody hated. Him and Tara went on to that, you know, they went on the journey in like Season 6, but then we catched up on them on Season 7. And then, you know, Tara got kind of cornered by some walkers, and Heath had a dip because he couldn't save her. And that was pretty much the last time we saw Heath. And then, you know, Tara went to meet all the Oceanside women, and then she came back, and then she saw his glasses. Now, she picked up the glasses, and then she saw a walker that looked just like Heath from the back, like the hair, went up to the walker, and then that wasn't Heath. And then she saw a car that said PPP, and it kind of left it at that, and we don't know what happened to Heath. Now, this PPP sign is very important because PPP, it means whispering. Like, I have this chart right here. It's like it means whispering in music. Like right here, this chart, dynamics, notes, velocity. So PPP means whispering, and I don't think that was just a coincidence. Okay, they definitely put that in there to have a little nod towards the whispers. Now, this was back in Season 7. Obviously, we weren't gonna get the whispers until Season 9, but still, I don't think that PPP means anything. I think that is a whispering, or I know it means whispering, but I think it definitely has to do with the whispers. Now, the whispers will be coming in Season 9, and I think there is a possibility of Heath coming in Season 9. But let's talk about the actual, you know, let's talk about Corey Hawkins, because he's the one who plays Heath, and now Corey Hawkins is a pretty big actor. You know, he had his own show with 24 Legacy. He starred in a couple movies, you know, Kong Skull Island. He starred in the Dr. Dre movie. He's a pretty big actor now. So, and Heath is a pretty small role. So, you know, the way it works is that actors don't go back to small roles. You know, they build their way up in Hollywood. So if Corey Hawkins is going to come back to Heath, they're going to have to really rewrite Heath to be a much bigger character. They're going to have to pay him much more than he probably was earning in Season 6, because Corey Hawkins is a much bigger actor now. So, you know, he's worth a lot more than he was when he was playing Heath. So that's the first thing that they're gonna have to do, and I want this to happen because I'm a fan of Corey Hawkins. I think he's a pretty good actor. And now, you know, with The Walking Dead losing some of its main actors, like, you know, Andrew Lincoln and Lauren Cohen, we need some more vocal actors. Sorry, Norman Reedus, Daryl is not a vocal character, so I'm sorry, but we need more vocal characters, and I think Heath could be a pretty good character. So, you know, it's entirely possible for them to write Heath in a way that you know, he's much bigger, and, you know, they pay him more, and he could come back to the show. That's definitely possible, and that's what it looks like it's gonna happen on the show. But let's talk about how they can incorporate Heath back into the Walking Dead story, because with that PPP sign, meaning whispering, I believe they have to go down that road, just because if they introduce him with a different group, or maybe, you know, with the Commonwealth or something like that, it's gonna be a little off, just because fans have really dissected that PPP sign. So I believe they have to, you know, bring him in with the whispers, maybe not introduce him him with the Whisperers, because my theory, and I believe he is going to come in season 10, only because we haven't heard anything about Corey Hawkins. There's been no sightings of Corey Hawkins on set. There's been no word about him on set. So, you know, right now they're filming episode 8, I believe, so maybe he can come back in the second half of season 9. I don't know, but my best bet is that it's going to be season 10, because, you know, the Whisperers are still going to go on into season 10, because that first half of season 9 is going to be that inner conflict between Rick and like all the communities and stuff. Still going to have like little Whisperers Easter egg and stuff, you know, towards the end of the first half of season 9, and in the second half of season 9 is going to be the Whisperers, and in season 10 is probably going to be the Whisperer War. So, you know, what the thing with the Whisperers is that they're a group in the comics that are really like, they make their border, you know, they don't want people to interact with them, they don't want people to mess with them, they have like their own community and their own little like section of the area, so they don't want anything to do with anybody. So you know, Heath could definitely be just like a member of the community living, you know, in this area, and nobody knows anything about him, because, you know, the Whisperers don't let anybody get near them, you know, they do their own thing. So it's possible for Heath to make a return. You know, he could somehow be just some random Whisperer that we meet could get introduced as Heath. I think it'll be pretty cool. Now, I don't want him to be like a random Whisperer. I kind of want him to be like, you know, like a Whisperer, like, you know, like not like Alpha or Beta or anything, but like, you know, more up there, like more of a leader and someone who has like a pretty big role in The Walking Dead. Because obviously, like I said earlier, Corey Hawkins is going to need a much bigger role in The Walking Dead. Hell, they could even put him as, you know, Beta. I don't know. I don't think he's tall enough to be Beta, but, you know, they could do whatever they want. They're definitely going to have to write him in a way that he's a bigger character than he was before. So that's what I'm going to leave it off to you guys. I want to know what you guys think about Heath and how he could return in his role in The Walking Dead. So make sure you guys leave your thoughts and opinions and theories about Heath in the comments down below, because I believe he's going to be introduced in season 10 with the Whisperer War. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Just quickly wanted to cover this interview because it's a bit more confirmation that Heath will return. I know we haven't been talking about Heath in a while because of the trailer and stuff, and there's been no word about Corey Hawkins or anything like that. So just quickly wanted to make this video, but I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Again, be sure to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. If you do want more Walking Dead videos like this, stay tuned and subscribe to this channel. It's been all things film, and until next time, peace.